One mini world, one creation dream.
And yeah, guys, how are you? I see that there are some of you already connected, and I know that some of you probably have some questions from the previous classes. In this class, we are going to focus on finish the extra prep. Remember that with the last class, you will be able to complete your map. All the things that I'm teaching you since like the last class are new things that you can implement in your map. So now, for this specific class, this is what we are going to do, guys. This is going to be the schedule. First, we are going to do a quick recap, as always, because I want you to review what we did in the previous class. I know that sometimes it's a little bit complicated, so I just wanted to refresh your mind, okay? Then we are going to start with the workshop. We are going to create a basic skills from zero. That means that I didn't implement that. I'm going to implement from zero, so you are going to see all the process that I followed to create those kind of skills or extra systems in your map. Finally, we are going to learn to modify the AA. Specifically, this is going to be focused into the towers, to the tower system, okay? And then we are going to learn how to submit your map into the contest. And finally, we are going to do some questions and answers, and I'm going to have a time to showcase your maps. So in case you already finished your map or you have some things pending for creating your map, just let me know, okay? Now we are going to start to create some skills. So as always, I want you to be creative. I want to get you to get some ideas from you. We are going to start creating skills. The skills are going to have these rules. It's something that you can get in the store that you can use only one time. That means that you need to, if you use it, you need to get it again. And the skills are going to have like different kinds of skills. First, the skill that can allow you to attack the enemy towers or to damage the enemy towers or I don't know, reduce the speed of the enemy towers. The second one that could be something that you can use to attack, freeze, or do something with the minions that are coming to your stronghold. And the third one, something that you can use to like stop, freeze, or reduce the abilities for the other players, okay? So, okay, now I get the Kenzie idea. So what we are going to do is create here a projectile. When you attack with that projectile to a tower, the tower is going to actually change the team and is going to start attacking the other towers, okay? The requirements are going to be the next ones, okay? So first, you will need basic objects that actually the players are going to be able to buy and also to use. You need to first have an item prop that is going to be a miss item and a buff for it that is going to be the dummy buff, okay? Once more, guys, for those that didn't know what is a dummy buff, is this specific buff that doesn't do anything. What this is going to do is allow you to use that item in the scripts, okay? So we are going to start with that to create this skill, okay? So as you see here, this is my dummy status. Once more, you can find it here. In the status, you create a new one from zero. You select add, create. Okay, it's going to take a little bit. Create a new, you select create, and then select again this, okay? And on here, you can just set up everything. Once more, what the dummy buff is going to do is not going to do anything. As you see, it's only having some like icon and no more in the name, okay? You are going to create that buff in the class number 3, you learn how to do that, and then in the class number 2 also, okay? Once you have your status created, the dummy status, you are going to create a new object. That's going to be the object that handles your skill, okay? The object is going to have here an icon, so you are going to hit create the icon. We're going to create again, you're going to hit in the plus symbol, and on here you are going to have this menu. You are going to select this one that says misc, okay? Misc means that an item that doesn't do anything, that you can add some skills on it, but it doesn't work like a bow or like a weapon or like a tool. It's not going to do or have any extra feature, okay? So we are going to create our template. So mind control is going to be okay for you. A skill, alright? So we let the player know that this is a skill, okay? And we are going to set up the description. that creature is going to be yours. Okay? That's going to be the description. We are going to select a good icon for it. Okay, so I'm just going to use for now this icon, but I'm going to teach you how to change the icon later, okay? Now the attribute, just keep it in 99, and on skills, you are going to add a new skill. You are going to hit here to actually, for this one, we will need to first set up a buff also, but we will need to shoot a projectile to the actual creature that we want to change. So for this, we are going to hit shoot projectile, okay? And you are going to save, and you are going to add it. Now, we have mind control skill, but we also need the projectile, okay? So we are going to create a projectile, just hit add a new, create, and again the plus symbol, but this time you are going to select ammo projectile, okay guys? Very important. All right, so we are going to hit here the projectile. We are going to say mind control ammo, okay? And we are going to select a model for it, as this is going to be like a skill. Currently we can use something simple like this, okay? Now, for the attribute, you are going to hit here. We are going to change it from throwable. We are going to turn it off. We are going to set up the projectile attack on 0, so the player won't be able to damage the towers. The gravity is going to be 0, the initial speed is okay. Creatures and block is going to be the target, and recyclable is going to be off, okay? You are going to save it, and you are going to add it to the game, okay? Once we have it into the game, we can start it. So, first, we are going to change this. We are going to add a skill, and the skill is going to be a buff, okay? So when this specific like projectile is going to hit, is going to actually give the buff. Why? Because we don't want the projectile to push the towers, so we are going to just hit on here. That is going to last 1 second, and that's it. And we are going to set up single target, okay? And save it. Now we need to make mind control to shoot that one. So remember, we had this skill that was shoot projectiles. We are going to delete it, and we are going to change here where it says projectile. We are going to put the actual projectile that we create. That is, okay, we don't have it yet because we need, sometimes that happens. If you are not able to see the object that you just created, you need to hit enter to the game and you will be able to see it, okay? That's something that you always have to do. Have something else that is going to be the projectile. Remember guys, always create a projectile, something that this item is going to shoot. That is going to be this one, mind control. Here you can see all the options. Once you have mind control, that the only thing that is going to do is to provide an actual buff, but it's not going to do anything else. Remember, projectile attack or damage needs to be in 0. Once we have it here, we are going to shoot that from this item, okay? And now we are going to start with the triggers, okay? So, what we are going to do first. So let me show you an example. I'm going to do it very quickly here. We are going to do it with the scripts. And don't worry, I'm going to leave you this script in the same page of always. So let's copy this one. Okay, and we are going to create a new skill, okay? The skill is going to be from 0. I'm going to just copy and paste the one that we already have here. And I'm going to change some information, okay guys? As always, from here you can see what you have to search in Miniverse. And here you are going to hit event, and on here you have all the events, okay? So the event that we are searching is creature, and it's going to be the same. It's going to be when it gets above, okay? So here we should have a bit, a hit, in add group, okay? So we change this and this on here. We are going to change the name here for skill mind control. Okay. Now, what we need to get from this, it's going to have different things. First, the event object ID, that is going to be the mob, okay. The buff ID, that is going to be the buff, okay. Local buff ID, it's going to be, well, the event buff ID, okay, guys? So, on here, yeah, we have already the conditions. First thing first, we need to check if a creature is like a tower or no. How you can detect if this is a tower or not? In scripts, you need to get the mass. The mass is going to be get it with this one, with this script. And if it has a 99,999 for mass, that means that it's a tower. If that creature has less than that, it's actually a creature. So with this, we are telling to the system that if it's a tower, gets it from here. We are going to do it just for the mobs. Or let's see, let's change it just for the creatures, okay? For the towers, that is very important, okay? Now, that we know if it's a tower or not, we are going to change the theme. So for this, on here on creature, you should have an option that allows you to get the theme or change the theme. Let's see if we have this. Yes, we can save the theme here. You just copy this. And probably you're guessing what I'm doing. Don't worry guys, I'm going to explain later, but I want to do this specific skill for you. So first one is telling us the team and the team that we want to get, okay? So we need to first get the creature team. So the creature team is going to be get it like this one on here on the top. As you see, I'm just copy and pasting the information here. So get team is going to require the object ID, which is going to be the creature. The creature is iMob. Okay, so you just paste and replace information here, copy and paste. And it's going to give us the information about which one is going to be the team ID. So in here you have that the team ID is going to be the team of the creature. So we are going to put a condition. How you can put a condition in scripts, okay? If team ID is going to be equals to 1, that is going to be the team 1, then we are going to execute this trigger. Else means that if the condition is not the same, so we can place also else if that is going to check another condition, and we can check the condition here. Okay, so if it's from the team 1, we are going to change the creature for the team 2, and if it's from the team 2, we are going to change it for the team 1. So if the creature is from the team 1, we are going to change for the team 2. As you see, we just select here the number of the team at the end, and if the creature, the team ID is number 2, we are going to set it up for team 1. And I hope this works. We are going to check that. From here, we don't need this. And this is supposed to be working, okay? Let's see if actually it works, because as always, for these kind of things, you need to do a lot of tests. Let's see if that works. Most of the times with the script, it's going to work. So we have the towers here. We are going to put the towers. The towers, the blue color in the bar means that are from our team. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to put this. Alright, as you see, the creature is changing the theme. Alright, so as you see in the script, it's very easy to do. Actually, in triggers, we cannot do this, okay? And as you see, it's just working with the towers. Okay, so now those towers are from the team number 2. Of course, it's not going to do anything with the towers, because the towers doesn't attack by team, they attack the creatures that are not towers. But let's see if with the mobs it works. You are going to see that the mobs is not going to work, okay? Let me check here. As you see, with the mobs, it doesn't do anything. It's only working with the towers. That's the system that it works. But Skensi, as you see, on this kind of situation, it's not going to be very good, because the towers, well, let's see if they attack the mobs. But I think that is not going to do anything to the towers. Actually, they changed the team, but the towers are going to still attacking the mobs. Oh, but they are not going to do any damage. That's actually cool. The blue tower is supposed to damage, yeah. The blue tower can damage the mobs, but the red towers cannot damage, okay? So this is not going to be helpful for the mobs, but it's going to be helpful for the for the actual mobs, okay? So what we are going to do, we are going to change that. We are going to make this work only into the mobs. For this, you only need to change this by equals, and now it's going to work for the mobs. Now, very important, we are going to just change the sides. That means that this actor will be able to just be returned into the other team. So hope we can do that. We are going to change the position, okay guys? How you can change the position in scripts for your mob? It's very simple. On here, we just need to teleport the mob. Okay, this is not going to work fine. For some reason it's bugging. Yeah, now. Okay, so in Wiki, you are going to access here and we are going to see an option that says set position, okay? Right here, set position. So you only need to copy this and I'm going to explain how it works. So the first parameter, or the first thing that we need to change, is the position of the IMOB. IMOB is the variable for the mob, okay? Now, this is the starting position X, Y, and Z. In our map, we need to use the same position of the creature. So also we need to get the position of the creature. The only thing that we are going to change is one of the positions, okay? So how you can do that? We need to place this one that says to get the creature information before we execute this, okay? With this, we are going to get the actor position that is going to be IMOB. And once we have here, we are going to put here the next thing, X, that is going to be the variable that we save as an X here, Y, that is the same variable, and then finally, we get the number 10 that is going to be C. Once more, the options that we have here, we just copy and paste it, okay? Let me show you very quickly. In our map, if we check the coordinates and we are still in the middle, it's going to be 0. That was very important. So if we move at the left, it's going to be -1, that is going to be the blue team, and positive is going to be the red team, okay? So the only thing that we are going to do is to change the position. So what we are going to do is just to change the position in the same coordinate, okay? So once more, from 0, okay? At the right, the blue team is going to be C -1, and at this time it's going to be -1 or +1 in the other side, okay? In the Y axis, okay? So everything like this, we are going to keep it like it is, but the position Z, that is going to be the last one in coordinates, we are going to multiply it by -1. That means that it's going to be in the other side of the room, okay? And now let me show you how it works. We're going to do the same here, okay? And we're going to play. Now, when I use this system on a mob, like you're going to see right now, the mob is going to be teleported to the other team. So let me get those minions. Let me put like the max number. Okay. All right. So let's see how it works here. We're going to wait until the mobs spawn. Just 2 minutes. As you can see that you are having a lot of problems with your hunger. I see that you are eating too much spicy food. Okay. So how much left for the mobs to spawn? Okay. Oh, what is happening here? The mobs auto-teleporting? Yeah, that's something that happens due to the script, I think. But this doesn't supposed to work like this. I don't know what is happening this. Let me see if it's this script, okay? All right, guys. Yeah, actually we choose a hard skill to do. Yeah, that's true, but yeah, let's see if that script is the one that is doing this. Yeah, it seems that that was changing for some reason here. And I don't know why, because we didn't add that mob actually, that like skill, but well, okay. But well, I personally going to fix this, and I'm going to put that skill into the Discord channel, so you will be able to get that skill later. Okay. For now, let's get not complicated that much, and yeah, we are going to switch to the next topic, guys, because we are left in our time. Okay, and the next topic, guys, in the presentation, it's going to be how to improve the AI for our systems. Okay, guys? So let me go here. All right, so you are able to see my screen, but not the presentation. Now, guys, we are going to start modifying the AI. I'm going to teach you how to do that. Okay? And let me teach you first, again, once more, I need to change this screen here to show you guys how it's going to be for creating or for modifying your maps, okay? That's the part that you like more, Kenzie. That's the part where you can find out the AI. And is that our towers are working right now, but we can improve a little bit the towers, okay? So, all the creatures that you create right here are going to be saved in our system, okay? So let me show you how you can do that, okay? We are going to create a new creature from zero that is going to be a dummy, okay? We are going to put it very big, dummy creature, okay? And let me change to mini word. So we are going to create a creature from zero. We are going to call it dummy creature, and we are going to save it, okay? Once we save it here, what the system is going to do is to create some text for it, so we will be able to edit that text. We have two options to edit the creatures right here, but as you see, we have some limitations here. As an example, we cannot make a creature that is going to be bigger than 2. We cannot set up more life than 120 or more attack than this one, and also we cannot have more speed than 600, okay? So the way that I'm going to show you is not going to only work for changes, for break those limits, also it's going to work for creating more advanced AI, okay? More advanced artificial intelligence. So once we create that creature, our map is going to have a folder in our computer or our phone. We need to search for that folder, okay? How you do that, okay? In computer, and this is going to be possible also in phone, but the process is going to be a little bit different. What you have to do is you have to hit here. If you see my screen on the bottom, there is like a Windows start menu. If you hit there, you're going to have this like title menu. The only thing that you have to do is to hit or write literally run, okay? And I'm going to do those two things. First, I'm going to use the notepad, so you are going to be able to see what I'm going to write here, okay? So the thing that you have to write is run, okay? So in here, you hit run, or you write run, and you are going to get this small thing that says execute. You hit it, or run, and you are going to get this small screen, okay guys? And here, on this small screen, you are going to put this. You are going to put percentage AP data or data percentage, okay? That's going to be the thing that you have to put here. And you are going to hit accept or okay, or run, okay? Once you do that, it's going to open those folders once more, okay? We learned already this part. On these folders, you will have to search for the part that says mini word, okay? So on here, you find out, or you are going to find out that I have like 3 different things that says mini word, okay? One that says mini word over disease, one that says mini word 499, and the other one that says 410. The one that you are going to open is the one that says 410. That will allow us to open the game files and modify the files directly, okay? Now you're going to have these folders. The folder that we are going to search is the one that says data, okay? That's very important. Alright, so once you hit that one, you are going to have those folders, and let me explain how it works. So on those folders, you are going to find out that there are some folders that says W, 11, 6, or most of the times we're going to have a lot of numbers, but they are going to start by W. Those are going to be the files for your map, okay? That means that every one of these folders is going to be your maps, or the map that you download. So, the first thing that you need to do is search for your map, okay? So you have to go and open the folders. Most of the times the last map that you created is going to be at the end. So be sure to start by the end, okay? So on here, or in another map, whatever map you have here, as an example, this folder, you are going to find some folders here, but also you are going to find some files here, okay? There is one that is very important, guys, that will allow us to know if this is our map, and it's the one that says dump PNG. Okay, guys, let me write it for you in the screen. Once more. This is going to be the name of the file, okay? What you are going to do is you are going to read the name of the file, and you are going to remove this. You are going to remove this underscore, okay? When you remove this, the file is going to allow you to see your actual minimap image, your thumbs image. So you just hit it, you say yes. And right now, if you do a double click over it, you are going to see the preview image for the map. Okay, so as you see, this is not my map, this is another person's map. So this is actually not my map. What you need to do is to search folder by folder which one is your map by that technique, okay? In some specific map, you are going to find out that it's yours because the image is the right one. So on here, I already have it saved, so I'm going to search for that one very quickly, and I'm going to show you. Okay, so it's going to be this one. In my case, it's going to be the one that has this number. So when I open, and I already do the same thing that you do, guys, and as you see here, if I open this minimap, it's going to be my map. Actually, that was the previous minimap, but if I do the process again, I'm going to delete this one, and once more, I'm going to do the same process that you see before, and that's very important, guys, because with this you can do magic. I'm just going to change the name for this to PNG. Just remember removing, and as you see, it's going to be the same map I have here. So once you have your map, what I actually recommend to you is to create a shortcut for it. How you create a shortcut, okay? You know the name or the number of your map. You are going to hit right click on it, and you are going to hit send to, and you are going to hit send to your desktop, okay? When you do that, in your main screen, in your desktop screen, is going to create this specific folder. You see? That is going to be directly to your map. And you can change the name for the folder. As an example, you can say it here, yours, okay? And with that, you don't have to do all the process again over just the first time. Then you are going to know that this is your map. But most important, guys, how we can modify the AI. On here, on those folders, you are going to find one that says mods. On here, you get all the items that are inside your game, okay? Now, on there, you're going to have more information, but I just ignore this. What you are going to do is hit again on this folder that says mob default and has a lot of numbers and letters. You hit on that one and you are going to have 2 folders more. So, behavior is where all the features of your plugins are going to be, and resource is used for texture packs, but this is not available anymore. Before in Miniworld, you will be able to change the creature like skins and all the things with this, but this doesn't work anymore. So the only one that works is the one that says behavior. And once you hit behavior, you are going to see a lot of folders. But if you see, the folders are going to have specific names. Okay, so the first one says actor. Actor is going to be your mobs. The third one says blocks. That is going to be your blocks. The other one is going to say crafting, that are going to be your recipes. And finally, you have one that says item. With that, you can change the information inside your mobs, okay? So as an example, remember, Kenzie, that you asked me how you can change the amount of coins in a specific item, okay? That's going to be your questions, and your answer is going to be the next one. So once you create an item here, you are going to get like these specific files. Most of them are going to have like just a number, okay? Don't worry, you can change that. You can change the number for it, and it's not going to be a problem. But as you see, I have numbers here, okay? So if you open one of them, you are going to get a text, okay? So let me open it with block node, okay? So you are going to get something like this, okay, guys? All right. In items, if you see or read here, there is one specific line that says name, okay? That's going to be the name of your item. As you see, it says baby boomer. Remember that the last 2 classes ago, we create a baby boomer minion? All right, that's going to be this item. So that's how you know which item is it. And what you do is just simply change the name after that. So as I already know that this is going to be baby boomer, just change the name by baby boomer. And that's it. With that, the name of your plugin is going to be already etiqueted, like this one. I already know which one is which because I already put the names on it. But if you see, on here, you also are going to have your coin, right? So, as an example, I'm going to open the coin. That was the first example that you asked me, Kenzie. Alright, so on here, I can change the amount of charges that the item is going to have, okay? So as you see here, in this part, you are going to have different things, guys. So first thing that you are going to have here, and what you are going to do here is change this number that says stack max to the whatever number you want. As an example, 99 coins. You save it. You don't have to do anything more than press save it. Okay? Alright, so now what you are going to do is just restart your map, okay guys? Very important this. And you have to restart your map every time that you change something on the files, okay? Once you did that, and yeah. Okay. Alright, once you do that, alright, and once you did that, you are going to find out that actually you are going to have unlimited charges for it. So let me show you. Here, we are going to put our item, the one that just we changed, that is this one. And as you see, I have 99 amount of icons, okay? But most important, guys, with this, you will be able to change the icons for your items, okay? So as you see, I put this icon here, and let me show you how I do that, okay? So I have a folder that I may share with you guys, of course, in the Discord channel. But this folder, that is right here, has all the different icons for Miniword. So I have all the icons that I want to use. Okay, guys? So you have to personally ask me by Discord, that is in the description, for this folder, and I'm going to share with you. But the most important thing, guys, is that on here, on the name, you are going to see that it has a number, right? Like this number here. So we will be able to change that, or I mean, we will be able to change the icon by just copying this. So if you copy everything with no the icon, just the number as an example, we are going to change this, or we are going to use any other icon, okay? So as an example, I'm going to use, like the football icon. That is something that you cannot find most of the times. Or yeah, let's use that one. You are going to copy the number and you are going to go to the same file. And in the file, there is something here that says icon and model, okay? So it has a number and it has some symbols around it. It has some notation marks and like a start symbol, okay? So what we are going to do right now, it's going to change just that number, okay? For the number that we just copied. You are going to put it safe. And now, as you see, we have this icon here. We are going to lift and we are going to enter again to the map. And let's check this trick. Now we are going to open the same and you are going to see that now we have the icon of the ball. As you see, with that way you can change the icon from the items, okay? But don't worry, if you don't want to have that folder, also you can find that specific information in this website, okay? Remember that it's going to be in scripts. By adding a script, you hit here where it says wiki. And on here, you need to scroll down a little bit. And on here where it says ID data query, you hit on there and you are going to have all the numbers for all the icons, okay? Very important, guys, you are not going to see the image, just the name. So as an example, we have all the numbers here and we have all the names. So as an example, if I want to place on here, I don't know, soiled oil for this icon, you only copy this number. Okay, you search on there and you copy the number. You open again the file and you're going to change the number for that one, okay? All right, so you are going to save it. Once you save it, you have to do again the same, okay? And what's going to be the same? You are going to leave and restart the map, okay? Remember that you need to save the file, also the text file. And once you access here, all right, on here, you see that the icon changed. So that's how you change the icons. But now the most important part, that like the icon was the basic part, I'm going to teach you how to change the AI. So we were in this folder where you can see all of those things. Of course, in the description, you can find a tool that you can use to open the folders inside your phone, but only works in Android phones and in Android tablets, okay? You are going to exit from it. Now you're going to hit the folder that says actor. And once again, on here, you are going to have the same numbers, guys, okay? So you have these numbers right here. And on here, on this part, at the end, you have this Johnson file, okay? As you see, it's the same. It's a lot of numbers and letters. Okay, I'm going to open with another software. Of course, if you want to have the software that I just opened, it's also in the description of the video, okay? But you are going to find that there are a lot of text here, and it's almost the same text, but you are going to see more text, okay? So all the text here says something like the name of the feature and a value. As an example, on here you can find attack 30. That means that that specific mob is going to do 30 of damage. So how you can increase the damage? You can just change the number here. As an example, here is going to do 6,000 of damage. Very important, guys. Be sure that this is the same. So if you change the attack and it has a comma after the number, be sure that you are not going to remove the comma because you are going to have errors, okay? But as you see, we have a lot of things to experiment with this. As an example, we have the speed here or the size. As you see, it has literally the name. It says model scale, okay? So remember that the max amount of scale that I was be able to create it was 2 now. I can place a 15 size creature and I'm going to save it just by changing that number, and I'm going to show you that the creature has increased his size. So let me show you here in the plugin editor. Remember that we had this one that was dummy. As you see, it's so big that even is outside from the preview, and now the attack here, it's a lot bigger, okay? So now, very important, guys. Another thing that we can change the speed, we can change the theme, the distance, a lot of things. We can change also if we want to give an effect to the creature, or if we have a dialogue or whatever we want it, okay? But most important, guys, on here, you also can find where it says set AI, and you can find all the behaviors that your creature is going to have. Follow direction is going to be actually what makes the creature follow the sign. Wander is like creature thinking around. Look idle is to look around if he sees something. As you see here says swimming. That means that the creature will be able to swim. And watch closest is to look at the creature. So what will be the trick to edit this, okay? And let me increase the size of this so you will be able to see it better. So as you see here, we have a square bracket at the end and a square bracket at the beginning. So what you are going to delete is delete everything that is inside of it, okay? And you are going to be sure that this is like this. Set AI, literally copy that, guys. I'm going to increase the size a little bit more because you will be able to see it. Set notation marks, say set underscore AI, notation marks, 2 points, space, and this one, okay? Once you have that, you will be able to replace this by any AI. What does it mean? That I will be able to transfer my AI to yours. So how you are going to transfer that AI, okay? And that is very important, guys. What you're going to do is that you are going to open again to the website that I placed into the comments, and that is in the description in the video, is this one that I'm going to share once again with you. Okay, as always, on here you can find all the scripts, okay, that we have here. So let me put this into your comments. All right, guys. And when you put that when you open that website, you are going to find two different here. That will be the AI for my towers, okay? So first we are going to check the AI tower. As you see, we have the set AI with the two square breakers, and we have some information inside. So the only thing that you need to do is be sure that your web browser is not like translating this information, because that can create like some errors. You are going to copy everything here, okay? Once you copy this, you are going to go here to the, not here, to the script that we were making, okay? That was this one, okay? And you are going to delete this one that says AI, and you are going to paste on there new AI. And with this creature will have all the AI information, okay? For your towers, okay? With this, you are going to improve the tower system. Very important, guys, you are not going to move this. What you are going to do is move this. So let me explain what it does. Attack range is the distance in blocks that is going to attack your creature. Each 100 means 1 block, so that means that here is attacking for 8 blocks. Buff ID is if the creature is going to put a buff into the enemy. This is one of the most powerful things, and it's count. Count allows you to change the amount of projectiles that your creature can have. So as an example, if I put 50 here, your creature is not going to just hit or launch 1 arrow, it's going to launch 10 of the 15 of them, okay? And this is the most important of this system. Most of the creatures are going to have, when you create it by the system, 800 or 200 here. With this system, we reduce the speed of the attack, so the towers are going to attack more often and are going to be more accurate. Okay, so as an example, 10 is the basic tower. If you want to do a tower that is going to be the level 2, you can change this to 8, and then the level 3 to 6, and the level 4 to 4, and it's going to be to attack faster, okay? Let me show you an example, okay? I'm going to just open another tower that is already created, that is the tower number 1. As you see, it's the same AI that I put you under, and what we are going to do is to change this to 50, okay? With this, it's going to launch a lot of projectiles, okay? And I provide you these tools, guys, because I think with this you will be able to edit very further, okay? All right, so let's check this. If you go here and you open your tower, you will be able to put the tower here and here, and let's see what happens when the minions spawn. Just a second. Okay, so you are going to see that each tower is going to launch a lot of projectiles. Probably, but the amount is going to make my mini world crash, but I just want to show you the example. And you're going to see the big and the huge amount of missiles or projectiles that it's going to spawn, okay? I think the minions are ready. Okay. So 1 minute. We have to wait a little bit more. Alright. Now, they're coming. Alright, check this. Shoot. As you see, it's launching a lot of projectiles, okay? You see, guys? And we made that with just 5 seconds. We do it very quickly. As you see, there is like a lot of them. So you know how to do that, okay? But most important, guys, apart from that, you can change the speed here. Okay, so let's put number 2 on both of them. Remember, the both of them need to have the same amount of value. And on here, just to show you better how it works, I'm going to change the initial speed or the amount of time to take like the mobs to spawn a little bit less. Let's use 1 on here. So as soon as we start them up, it's going to change this. Of course, I need to release and access again to the map. Just a moment. And let's access again, okay? So guys, you're going to be able to check this. Alright, and let me check and let me show you. Now the towers are going to attack faster and they are going to attack with more projectiles, okay? So let's check this. Let's put the towers here. Okay, so they are coming. And you're going to see that the towers attack much faster and they are going to launch a lot of projectiles. Check this. You see? The towers are attacking much faster. Okay, guys? So once more, you only need to access to that one and copy and paste this. Very important, guys. If you want to change the projectile, you only need to change this number. Once more, to get that number, you can use the script that I provided you yesterday, or the only thing that you need to do is go again here, go to scripts, in scripts, just hit ID library, item, and in projectiles, you're going to have your projectiles, okay? As you see here, as an example, if I want this to spawn as an example, I don't know. Okay, I don't know if use these ones because they're going to be very powerful. But let's use bubbles, okay? So if you hit bubbles, bubbles has a number here that is 12287. You insert it, okay? You copy the number. And then you're going to move here. More to the tower that we were creating. That was if I'm not wrong, this one, I think. Of course, this one, no, it's the tower, but yeah. Let me open the tower again because I think I closed it. I'm going to close everything else to avoid get confused. And what we are going to do, guys, once more, is just with tower 1, we are going to change that information again, okay? So in here, we are going to just save it, and now we are going to play the map, okay? So remember I changed for the bubble system, okay? We're just here. We enter the game again as always, play it. now we have the towers here. I'm going to put the towers, and the minions are already spawning, so I'm going to put a tower here, and instead of the arrows, it's going to attack with bubbles, as you see. There are like simple things that you can use to change the AI, okay? So, don't worry, the only thing that you have to do to make your AI more accurate is once more to access to this website, okay, to the website that I put into the comments, and copy this one, okay? Also, if you want to copy for the minions, just hit and copy this one that is going to be for the minions, okay guys? On this point, we already finished the class. I was just want to show you this advanced thing, so with this you will be able to be more creative and create better maps. So, I just want to ask you guys, apart from this, you have any questions that I can solve for you? If you have it, just let me know into your comments. So with this, I will be able to resolve this situation for you. I know guys that things is a little bit advanced, but with this you will be able to experiment, okay guys? Very important guys, once more, if you see that this specific feature has like some like specific parts, like as an example, I don't know, in some point you have a point and a comma, respect that part, okay? Be sure that you use the same format, and with that you will be able to solve it. You want to piece attack? Yeah, but I already showed that, Kenzie, okay? Yes, it's 9 times faster than the other one. Of course, once as I see that Kenzie is requesting me and asking me for this, let me show you. So, if you see, this software allows you to color the parts, so it's going to be easier for you to know this. If you want to download it, it's in the description, and you only need to search for that software on the website that is in the description of the video. It says edit on computer or PC, and you will be able to get this software. That is just the same, as you see, it's just coloring that. But once more, if you want to change the speed, this number is going to be changed here. So if the number is less, it's going to, or lesser, it's going to be faster. If the number is bigger, it's going to be slower, okay? So 600 is a lot of time. That means that the tower is attacked in a long time. And with this, the number 2, it's going to be lesser, okay? So my recommendation for the level 1 towers, just keep it in 10. With that means that they are going to have a good speed and they are going to attack a lot of your mobs, okay? Another important thing, guys. On here, how do you know this, that there are different like AIs? So the first one, always your AIs are going to be, or the models are going to be separated by these brackets. That is the one that has this specific way, like look like a mustachio. I don't know how to call those, but you are going to see that they are separated. So if you see, this end start and ends here. So this is one behavior, and this starts there and ends here, and so their behavior. So as an example, in this behavior is the behavior that is going to target your mobs, okay? On here you have different options. First one, we have one that says check sign. Check sign has true or false. If it's true, it's going to check if there are walls. If, as an example, the monster that the creature that you are trying to target us is behind a wall, it's not going to target it because it's going to check the sign. It seems that the creature is not going to be able to see it because it's behind a wall. If you turn it off, that means that it's going to ignore the walls, it's not going to ignore all the things, so always it's going to target your creatures, even if those are behind a wall, okay? And the most important thing, this is the distance, length. So that means that, as an example, if you place, I don't know, 50 blocks here, your creature will be able to target creatures that are in this distance, okay? So Kenzie, you were asking me how you can do a creature that search for players in all the map. You can do it. In this way, the creature is going to target any player around, okay? But more important for the towers, just keep it in 8, okay? 8 is going to be the best number because with 8, you're going to be sure that they are not going to attack the other team, okay? And as you see, when you create any kind of creature, let me open another creature here. As an example, the browser lets you the store builder, that is just one of the stores. You're going to see that it's going to have a different behavior. So as an example, if you want to create a specific creature, just copy the behavior from, as an example, the wolf, and paste it right here. So as an example, if I want to put this behavior into my tower, of course you don't need to do that, or in my minion, just copy that part, you see, starting from this bracket and ending on here with the comma, and paste it, not at the end, be sure that you don't paste it at the end, at the beginning here. And with that, you are just pasting and copying this specific behavior, okay? Just to let you know, guys. And that's it. I don't know if you have more questions. Oh, of course, I'm going to show you also how to submit your map into the Minicamp. Okay, so what you are going to do first is that you are going to place your map into play mode, okay? Very important. Guys, this is one of the most common errors. If we see your map in play mode, we will be able to play it. If you put it in creative, we cannot play it, so we are going to disqualify your work because we cannot play it. You could have the best map, but if it's in creative mode, there's nothing that we can do, okay? Because we won't be able to qualify your work. Once you are sure that it's in actually playable mode and not in creative mode, what you are going to do is to hit on here and you are going to first do an update, okay? An update, and sure, that means that your map is going to be uploaded, okay? How do you notice if your map is in creative? When your map is in creative, on here you only have creation. When your map is not in creative, on here you would have more options. So select fight and submit your map. On here also you can change the name, okay? Once your map is completely submitted, uploaded, when you hit confirm, you are going to access to this part, okay? If you have the new interface, you are going to hit your person, your character, and it's going to have something similar, and you are going to search for contest, okay? When you hit contest, it's going to open this website, okay? On this website, you are going to search for the one that says Minicamp, okay? Once you hit Minicamp, you are going to have all these options that are the previous ones. So you are going to select the last one that says Homeland Defense. And in Homeland Defense, you are going to have the rules, you are going to have all the different things. Also, you are going to have the classes here, okay? But if you see on here, or at the end, you are going to have an option that says submit, okay? So if you see here, we also have submit. And once you hit submit, it's going to tell you the rules, okay? Very important, don't submit maps that are not tower defense. Of course, you are going to have the criteria here for qualifying your maps, okay? But most important here, okay? Of course, on here, you are going to have to put your data, okay? First, you put your email, you put your country, and in here, you are going to see the last map that you submit, guys, okay? Very important, guys. If you don't see your map here, you need to upload your map with the process that I showed before. And if you upload it and you didn't see it, that means that you cannot submit it because you create this map before the event starts, okay? When you select the submit description, here you need to choose the subscription for your map. As you see, as soon as I put here this map, it will be able to show the mini screen. And in image, you can upload some screenshots that you can create. Of course, you need to create those screenshots, so use paint or screenshot options to take the screenshots of your map, and you can submit it right here. So as an example, you can use any image like this one, and it's going to take some time and it's going to be here. You can delete it or see it later, okay? And once you complete that process, just hit submit, guys. With that, your map is going to participate. Of course, I'm not going to submit mine because, of course, guys, I'm not going to participate because that will be unfair. But yeah, with that, you submit your map, okay, guys?